everything working right. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, let me take this off and put this over here. That's what I'll do with that. Take this off and put this over here. Cause this what's up with it? What's up with it, Kylo? What's up, Anthony? 47, whatever. But nah, yeah, I see everybody be always talking about, man, doing like do one of those mushroom experiences. So I'm like going, if you ain't been in my playlist, you probably haven't seen a lot of the experiences that I had in my playlist, if you go to my playlist, you'll see why I don't dive in as much, but I still dive in because it's like I got so many experiences and I've seen so many different things. And this one right here was fascinating. To tell the truth, well, they're all fascinating, but this one right here was like, whoa, sometimes you just go far out. You just go far out and you see things that you don't have no understanding of. Like at the time that you're seeing it, you don't have no understanding. So it's kind of crazy once you do see it, and then you go and you start looking up like some of the things that that about this thing. It gives you a better outlook sometimes, but sometimes it don't, because like I said, in a lot of experiences, it be talking to you, it's already explaining to you what's going on about what you seeing, and it just explaining it and breaking it down to you. And this was just one of them ones. I was like going through the videos and I seen this one, and I didn't know that a lot of my experiences I got turned off. I don't have them on to where everybody can see them. So I think that's one of the things why they don't be catching a lot of the old experiences, because it was like I said, for like a year straight where I was diving in on psychedelics like every couple of days, like 4 times a week, 5 times a week, sometimes every day, which is kind of crazy because people say, well, don't your tolerance get low? And it's like, nah, I never had the problem of it not being a good experience because of my tolerance. Like I haven't had that. I see, and it's like crazy because even going through this, I seen so many experiences. What's up with a young guy? Give me some lipstick in the trash. Yeah, you was funny, John. Bro, you was crazy, man. We'll get you some of that, what you probably already got. That's why you ain't got no picture of your thing. But all in all, you feel me? Easy feeling on the come up. Yeah. Yeah, like no, I don't get that no more. I don't get an uneasy feeling. Like it's like I kind of just go right. I go right into the experience. I don't like all the stuff that I used to get when I travel. I don't get no more. Like it doesn't happen. I don't have to worry about feeling uneasy. I don't get the scariness. I don't get none of that no more. I don't get any of that anymore. You feel me? So, but let's go on and just jump into this video so you can see. And it's like kind of dope because I get to roll up and smoke a blunt with myself almost. You know how we do. But let's go on and start it.
Oh man, I just made it
And I
back.
don't know why it's so low.
Oh, I feel
That's as high as I can get it.
rejuvenated. I had the nicest mushroom experience last night. And it was crazy because I was on Discord and I was gonna take more. Everybody was like, "Nah, you just chill with that." I should have took more, man, because it was.
Let, let's see. I had a dream with that. I had a dream that I was RFK Jr. and we were in boot camp, and sometimes I was helping him. I was him, and sometimes I was helping him, and we had so much fun. What? You say, wait, shenanigans and earning the respect of our platoon. It was vivid. Oh wow, wow, man. Yeah, that's how my man. Hopefully, I'll be able to remember my dream, but I got to get into the video because before it get hot, I got to do some work on my car. So let's go on and I'm gonna try to go on and get this done.
It was hella interesting. I seen so much stuff, bro. Like it's weird because after you start diving for a while, you get so used to seeing visuals that it seemed like almost normal. It's not even like it was chaotic, but it was normal. It was a normal chaotic, like just watching it all go on and watching everything happen because
And as well, like I think you get used to it because the overlayment of reality, you begin to see that it's no different than what you're already seeing. What's up with it, Con? But you start to see that it's no different than what you already seeing. I mean, amongst the chaos of everything that's going on. Even though we change it with our perception, the experience on shrooms, even though you go into these ancient times, it don't be no different than what's going on right now. It's like a conglomerate of things happening at one time, and it's like the craziest thing, man. He said, "I seen a reptilian in the tree." I know. I remember you was
when I was
talking
on
about that young
Discord,
guy,
like
the
I had to
reptilian
leave
in the
like
tree.
after a while because I was seeing this giant gold dragon, and it was weird because his face went out past. Yeah, Charles, I
Yeah, I was
finally
up close to that thing.
took the ones that
Yeah, wait,
from
hold on.
Rob
I'll be, but yeah, let me mute that.
for 7 hours, bro. 7 hours of visuals. Nothing but visuals. Visuals, it was a lot of insights, but it was a lot of visuals. But then I was like kind of drinking at the same time. So
And I don't,
when I
and I'm gonna
woke
say
up,
it
like I
again,
had
bro.
called Rob.
I don't condone anybody diving in on mushrooms, but if you already do it, then you doing it. But all in all, don't like unless you a master like me. See, I'm like the ascended master. I think I like the I drink on mushrooms like it's crazy. I can do it, but I found out you got to watch out. You got to be careful. You got to if you're doing that. I'm not saying try it, but be careful cuz you'll be able to drink like a fish.
And I was telling him about it. And just talking to him, it was bringing up a lot. It was bringing back a lot of the things I seen, like seeing that giant gold dragon, and that gold
That
dragon
thing
just
was
kind of,
huge.
it was huge, but it kept going like back and
Don't say
forth, and
what I say.
like I was like so close to it, like I was like right here to where I could see the eye, but the rest of the mouth of it was like going like past me, bro. It was trippy. It was trippy, but it was hella huge. And then I was seeing I was seeing like this other place, like that coin place again, which I don't get. It's like made out of all these gold coins. I was in there for a long time, and like
Hey, it's crazy cuz I was in that coin place this time for so long and it reminds me of some type of dang man, what's the closest I can get it? Man, Scrooge McDuck vote. If you was in Scrooge McDuck vote, but then it had these little entities that seemed like they were made out of like gold or something, but like they looked like they were like mechanically made like robots or something like that, and they was like tiny or something in this room, but it was crazy because everything was made out of these gold coins. I mean, like the gold coins was like stacked. That's what it seemed like everything that was there, like say if it was this computer or this microphone, it was stacked, made out of these stacked gold coins. It still had this form, but it was made out of these stacked gold coins. And no, that dragon, it was huge. Oh yeah, that's something I made real fast so I can have as a background while I did this Quetzalcoatl thing.
kind of just watching it. But like I started listening to music, and I put on that Roger and Zapp Computer
Oh
Love.
my god,
Bro, when
bro.
I say we living in a digital reality, bro, we living in a digital
Don't
reality. Like,
I don't know about it. When you start playing certain songs in your experience, you will go like and I think that's what we do as humans, okay? When we talk, like when you telling me a story, I can picture the story. Like I can picture it, like especially if you said something, but like I was walking and I dropped I tripped and I squeezed my milkshake and it went all over my shirt. Like I can picture it. So it's like when you on shrooms and you listening to certain songs, this is something that you can do, and it's not you won't just picture it. You'll live in it. You'll live in it. Like whatever that song is saying. Like one Jay-Z song that somebody sent me a long time ago, I was listening to, like it had me as this benevolent person. Like I was like, bro, it was like the craziest thing. Like, you know, because the song was saying something about living forever. And it was like, I was like this entity that was live forever. Like that's what it did. And it was going through all these different places. But it's like, you begin to listen to these songs, and the songs, like if you notice, each song is already explaining life, but then when you see it on this level, it's totally different because you kind of live it. So when I'm listening to Computer Love and he's talking about computers and he's saying a digital love, when he say a digital love, everything digitizes, everything turned into these little fractals of reality that's connecting reality. It's like reality was like this computer generated thing. It wasn't even what we thought it was. It was like we were the player inside the NBA 2K25 game. Like you're the player. So as you the player inside the game, you don't know that you the player. You only doing what the player was programmed to do. But in your mind, everything that you doing is what you think you doing. You think that you running up and down the court. You don't know that it's somebody there with a controller going like this. We got you running, doing dunks and stuff. In your mind, you think you're coming up with these things. You think that it turned into that, and it was like, wow, bro, like, dang, reality is
it
tripping.
don't. This seemed like a computer to us. This right here, this computer. But no, this reality is like computer generated, bro. I seen it clear as day. And I was like fucking tripping out on it. Everything was like like a computer program or something. It was fucking crazy. And I'm just like watching it and it's showing me like, like the programming of the reality, that the reality is just like this computer like type thing, like a simulation, like a literal simulation. So I was like,
Man, I'm just talking, no audio. Hey, that's messed up, man. But I was answering Christos. I was saying what Christos said. DMT always have me see the 3D cubicles, the cubicles graph paper, but 3D grid like Matrix. Yeah, I get that too a lot. But thanks, Christos. Yeah, because I was man, I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. Let me just play the video because I got lost.
diving into that, and I'm like watching the simulation, and then all of a sudden, like, my girl was in the trip, and it was like, I could see the masculine and the feminine energies, like the masculine and the feminine energy, but it was like it was me. It was like it was me and my girl, but it was like everybody that's in a relationship or that got love or something like that, in that statue, and it was like, say, like pink and like blue. It wasn't those colors, but that's the colors I can closely resemble it to. And they were like intertwining. They were intertwining and mixing and like rolling around each other, right? And I'm like looking at it and I'm going, you could tell that it was the masculine and the feminine energy, because within the smoke screen or whatever the color was, like the colors wasn't mixing, but they was like going wrapping around each other like the snake almost. And like as they was going around, bro, I got stuck to the point to where everybody was fake and I was the only one real. It was
I
like,
hate
what
that
the
part.
fuck? I'm like in my mind going, what the fuck, bro?
I hate when that happened. I don't know if y'all had that happen before. Uh, 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 I don't not probably not right now. Christo's probably later in the day, like once it get hot, because like I'm trying to do this video, then I gotta go do some work on my car and get that out the way, and then later on, because tonight I'm diving in tonight, because once I start looking at my mushroom experiences, it makes me want to dive in. So I'm like going later. Oh, I'm diving in. I'm diving in, bro. It's like forget that. Forget that.
Everybody was fake. I was the
But yeah,
only.
that's what I was saying about everybody being fake. Yeah, tripping and interviewing myself. That's what I be doing, because a lot of people haven't seen a lot of these experiences I had. But yeah, when you do that, right? That right there is like, I think I'm not scared of the experience no more, but I'm scared of that part right there. I think what makes me be in fear of that part right there is the fact that I don't want to get stuck in that. I don't want to get stuck in the reality of thinking everybody is fake and I'm the only one real. To where, I'm creating everybody and everything. Like, I don't want to be stuck in that phase right there. That's the like, and it's kind of, I think it's kind of just, that's the part that's kind of scary to me, which I'm not scared like that, but like I be in fear of, okay, what if I get stuck in that? Because people do, and it don't take psychedelics to do that. It don't take psychedelics to do that, but you can get stuck in that place to where, you feel me, any state of being or state of mind or idea, you can get trapped in it and trap yourself in it and just run with that, and then that'll be the rest of your life. Solipsism is lame. I'm doing live tomorrow, and we'll restream and send people over to your live if you go same time. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Let's see. Yes, the feeling that everything is fake and I'm the only one real. Like the whole world is for you. Exactly, exactly. That is like the trippiest feeling, because I'm gonna tell you why it's a trip. Because like we can say it's lame, but if you get in it and you see it, you will understand it. See, what you don't understand is everybody is doing the same thing. This is the first thing you have to understand about that. Everybody is doing that same thing. But the person that you are is not the same person I perceive you to be. The person I perceive you to be is my perception. It's the way I look at you. It might not even be you. You can be DMX and or Nipsey Hussle. You can be any one of these characters, like Charleston White. Say Charleston White is the character, but the real him is somebody totally different. So he putting himself out to be this one thing, but the real thing is totally different. And even that thing you will never know. So everybody that I see, I come in contact with, everybody and everything is my perception of that thing. And that thing that I'm looking at, even though we both seeing the same thing, we both are seeing it in a different way. So as you creating your world and going, okay, to you, Terrence McKenna is like the Jesus of reality, To a Christian, Jesus is the Jesus of reality. To a Mormon, this is and everybody is making this perception. You feel me? Even though we taking it from other places, this is how we're all viewing it though. Because you'll look at your parents as being the authority over you, but if somebody outside of your parents that's the same age as your parents do something that you don't like, you're not gonna always talk to them like you talk to your parents. You a lot of times you ain't even gonna give them the same respect that you give your parents. You feel me? So that's what we're doing in reality. Everybody is making reality their own way. Everybody is like, it's almost like we're playing chess and you designing your pawns and you designing who your queen is or your king is, your castles, you're playing this game. You're playing this game. And like, you're putting people over here and over there, and it's like, bro, once you see it like that, then solipsism, you get a better understanding of it.
The real person,
I
and
think
I'm
that's
like
how I
going,
look at it
I'm
though.
like tripping off of it because at first in the beginning, like as I'm seeing it, I'm not understanding it. But then it was like weird because even though in their mind they were real to them, in my mind, my perception of them is what I was seeing. So I made a perception of everybody and everything that I said this is what it is.
See?
So when I started seeing it, I started realizing it was showing me that it wasn't even them. It wasn't not even close to being them. And it was like, so it was like I was the only real one, but everybody was fake. And when I say fake, I don't mean they didn't exist. I mean my perception of them was not them. It was just like a fraction of them. And like
Yeah.
I'm tripping out on it. I'm like going,
Yeah, I
whoa, you
need to
feel me?
not
I'm
even
like,
explain. I need
oh,
to
I'm
just let
tripping
that
off
thing
that.
explain
Then
itself.
I start seeing this dragon. I seen this dragon, and it it looked like it was made out of leaves. It looked like it was made out of
But they were
leaves, like a
feathers.
leaf headdress with big leaves going around it. And like I was talking to Rob about it, and I'm explaining it to Rob, and I'm like going, man, yeah, I'm telling him about the dragon, and he like, oh, what's up? Oh, I love you too, bro. Uh, girl, whoever, whatever you are, much love too. But I'm looking at the dragon. I didn't know this is what it was. I didn't know what it was at first until I started having a conversation with Rob. And you know, Rob, like he listens to your experience so clearly that it's like as if he begins to become part of your experience and part of you as he talking to you. And then he was like saying, that sound like Quetzalcoatl. And then
And
when I went and I looked at the pictures, exactly, bro. Exactly.
exactly the same. That shit was crazy, man. I was like, man, wow, this is trippy. I think that's why I did the feather serpent like this with the pyramid on this video
It was a little
behind me.
bit different. But if you go look at the Dragon Quetzalcoatl, that's what it was, bro. And it was just, it was all kind of stuff in the background like this going on, but the dragon was just
Yeah, that
looking
shit
like
was
it
just
was made like
flying
of plants or something like that, feathers and shit.
around
And
me
it
and
was just
stuff,
going
and I was
around,
just
just
like,
doing all
whoa,
this stuff. But it was saying, it was
huh?
saying different things that I wasn't really grasping because I was listening to the music. And then I was like, I said, man, I said I'm gonna turn off the music. It's a lot of other stuff happened, but I was like, I can't remember because I started running around today, and then usually I come in and I explain my experiences, like after when I'm coming down. But this time I was so tired, I went to sleep and then I was running around. So it's like a lot. I can still remember a lot, but after I'm seeing this dragon, it started to get trippy, bro. It started to get trippy because I said, I'm tired of this music. I said, I done bang computer love. I'm seeing a computer generated reality.
And that's another thing. Like when you start to find out like certain stuff that you listen to, that you're hearing at the time, it can just be a sound. It can be your fan. It will influence your experience without you even knowing. Like it's like the trippiest thing. That's why I think I just shut the music down. Like I don't even want to listen to nothing.
Play in front of me. This is what it is. This is what it's acting as. And it's showing me this shit. And then all of a sudden, I put on the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, and I started listening to the Emerald Tablets, bro. and I'm listening to the Emerald Tablets, and then the shit started showing me pyramids. But it was
Oh, this
showing
was
me how the
trippy.
pyramids was constructed, bro. It was look, every pyramid. It was like the pyramids that had the pointy tops. It was the pyramids that had the square tops, bro. They was building from the bottom up, like going, do 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 do, and then it'll be a pyramid, and then it'll disappear, and then it'll go do 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 do, and it'll be like the pyramid, like in Mexico, and then it,
Hey, it's wild, right? Because the sound that it was making, it was like, and then it'll go up and it'll be a pyramid like this, and I'm looking at the pyramid like, and then boom, it'll disappear, and then it'll do it again. It'll do it again, and it'll be a square, a triangle pyramid. I'm like, oh my god, like, bro, this is trippy.
it'll like kind of disappear, and
Like,
then it go do do
whoa.
do 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 do
I
do do,
lost a
and it was
lucid
like brick,
dream.
like
What's
laying
up,
each
lucid
brick
dreamer?
one by one, bro. I'm watching it one by one, boop 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 boop, boop, laying out all the bricks, every pyramid, bro. I seen like every pyramid, and I seen them getting built, and it was like, what the, I'm like going, how, okay, and it was trippy because I didn't remember it until he mentioned the pyramids, and I'm like, oh shit, what's up, Tom S? I'm like, oh shit, I remember that part of seeing the pyramids actually constructing themselves, like it was like the pyramids built themselves or something, you feel me?
Which
But
is what? Okay, look. Let me
like
tell you
as
something, right? Energy is a motherfucker. Energy is inside everything, right? Like we would know that. We should know that because the things we wear, the types of headphones we buy, we gotta have AirPods, or you feel me, the type of phone we gotta get. It might be an iPhone. I'm just saying everything has energy, right? So when the idea pops into your head, oh man, that thing becomes real. That thing becomes a real living thing that's here. So when the idea of the pyramids even came to and was built, the energy that it had, that it even took to make them, that energy was there. That energy was there. That energy made that thing a living entity, a living thing, a living thing, bro. And that's everything. Everything is alive. Everything is a part of life because reality is one thing. You feel me? It's one thing. It's this light thing, but I'm just saying everything is alive. A chair is alive. All of them, all of them, and just like humans and animals, they evolve over time. They evolve and get better, and live out a whole, term here. You feel me? A chair could have started as a rock, as a giant rock, just sitting on the rock, but then look what they are now. You feel me? So everything does that in reality. If like it doesn't matter what it is. Inanimate objects, creatures, they all. It's like almost like reality is programmed to go a certain way. It don't matter what it is that's existing in it. If it's a thought, thoughts are made and built, shaped, and grown the same way as anything else here, and they do the same thing. They live out their time, you feel me, and try to transform themselves over and over again in order to stay existing in here, and then one day they die off like everything else. And it's like the trippiest thing. Not the energy though. The energy is just the thing that's within them that's making them what they are. And it's like, but everything here does the same thing. Everything has a lifespan. Everything, nothing lasts forever. But each one like comes in and does its thing for reality. For reality, like your thoughts that come in and make you happy for the time being that you happy, and you try to loop them and keep looping them and change them in order to keep that same feeling going. Like it's the same thing with everything else that came into play, like from music and how music even came in and evolved, and what if music might not be here one day, but everything, you got some things that just last a long time though. You feel me? They just last a long time, but they come in and
as
evolve
I
in
as I went on a little far, I seen
reality.
Toth, but then it was trippy because it was like Toth, but it was like Hermes, and it was like these other fucking gods, but it was like Thoth, but Thoth was like all these other ones that was the same entity, but it played out different scenarios in the reality.
See, that's another. See that tripped me out too. What's up with it, Daniel? That's one of the parts that tripped me out too. Is when you see these entities, and like a lot of these entities be the same entities, but they have different forms. They take on different forms, like the same way how, like Wally was saying, like, I seen my grandparents and I seen my mom and my dad, and I was my mom and my dad. Then I seen my grandparents and I was my grandparents. It's like these entities do the same thing. You feel me? I don't know if they breeding kids like we do, or however you want to say it, but it's like they transition and do the same thing, bro. It's like crazy. Let's see, on a video review. Your own video. Oh yeah. I'll be having to go because we be running so many lives. Look, I'll be running so many lives, and then a lot of people that haven't seen a lot of my experiences, which I can tell because when I go back and I look at a lot of my experiences, they don't be having like a lot of views. So it's like once I had started going over my experiences, it's helping me more than anything because it's piecing together, certain things that happen, like me having the experience, and it showed me all my experiences was actually one experience. Like I had every experience I ever had on psychedelics in the first time I smoked DMT. I had every experience that I ever had. And then once I kept going back and going back, all I was doing was replaying a lot of things, everything that I already seen. It's almost like it got slowed down. And now I can see it clearly. And like all the experiences were just one big experience that I had. And it's like, so it kind of made it. I like doing this. I like going back and kind of going over it, not just for me, but for others out there that's new to the channel, so they can see. Because I be saying, I got a playlist, and I don't know if everybody be going into that playlist. Whether it's the DMT or the mushroom playlist, I got a playlist with all the videos. But then also I got a lot of videos that I got turned off.
I was like, oh my god, bro, it
You
was
ain't seen
far
me
out.
do this
It was
before.
far out. It was far out. I'm trying to remember more that happened because it went on for so long that you know. I just said to myself, I wish I'd have took more, but then I said no. I said tomorrow I'm gonna go in. Tomorrow night I'm gonna go in, and I'm not gonna even drink or none of that because it was so fascinating that it just I kind of wanted to go back. Soon as I woke up, bro, it was like
And
that's
that's
how fascinating. It was
and it was
visual
like
the whole time, but then I was getting these epiphanies at the same time as it was showing me these visuals because it's like it's all actually looped into this one thing, and like you catching it, but you can't catch it all because it's going so fast. And it was like I was in so many different places that it was like, you feel me, it was like chaotic, like this picture right here.
yeah.
Like even when I was seeing stuff, it
Yeah,
was
it was like crazy. It was like crazy chaotic, man. It was crazy chaotic, but dang, okay, wait, hold on. How long have I been on? Oh, 33 minutes? Dang, that ain't long enough. It's barely 10. Man, it's getting hot too already, bro. I'm gonna be up under this car. I'm gonna be burning up. It's supposed to be 100 today. Watch. Man, I sure picked the day. Yeah, I still gotta do it. Fuck it.
trippy
Fuck
because
it.
when I was seeing stuff that was moving like this picture, it was just a mirror of the reality. It was just a mirror of the reality of what I'm seeing right here, right now. This light, this computer, this keyboard, all this stuff. And but it was constantly moving. It
See, and that's another one of the things that I like that trips me out because, like I said, your first experience, all your experiences happen. So when you go back and you start looking over your experiences, you see how you went deeper into that experience. Like this right here, like me seeing the mirror thing here and then going to Joshua Tree and seeing reality as a mirror of my mind. Seeing that's what reality was. It was just a mirror of this right here. And it was nothing more than that. And it was just like a reflection. I'm saying a mirror. It was a reflection of my mind. And it was like, so when you put them all together, you see, you kind of understand it more, bro. I'm telling you, you understand it more. It's
It
trippy.
wasn't stopping like this, like just like in this background, it was constantly moving, but it was like the same as this, but it was like weird because when I opened my eyes, it was like almost like a mirror of my room or a mirror of wherever I was when I was sitting here on Discord. It was a mirror of this, but it was chaotic. It wasn't this, but it was this. You feel me? I don't know how to really put that into words, but it was a lot of other stuff happened too. It was a lot of other things like oh yeah, I also seen like how like when you got people that care about you, love you, and different things of that nature, you don't see the full aspect of it. You feel me? You still at times have this thing back in the back of your head going, well, that you have doubts, but then a person can be giving they all to you, but then in your mind you'll be doubting them because I only took three. I
Oh, that's wild right there. That's wild. The fact, like, you'll have doubts, because of certain things that happen to you in life. So, you create these certain stop signs for certain situations that come. So, when somebody's trying to give you they self, whether a friend or a relationship or whatever, like, you'll kind of have these doubts of it to where it'll make you act strange or, be a different person. You won't be able to give your all to every person or every situation because of these doubts that you have from other situations that happened that didn't turn out good and you didn't like the feeling that happened after it. But this person to be truly giving you they all, like it was and I want to go deeper in it, but it's personal. It's personal.
only
It's
took three,
personal.
and then I took part of this one. Took part of this one. I took three, and then I took part of this one right here. Cause once it was hella late, and it kind of started wearing off. So I came in here, and then I just dumped. I
Oh,
just
what's up,
dumped some
flower?
more.
With
I just dumped it
purpose.
out and ate some more, and just kind of went back into it. It was crazy because it started kicking in like 15 minutes, which I couldn't
I love that.
understand because it was in a capsule. But I do understand because I didn't eat all day yesterday. So once it started kicking in, it started kicking in kind of fast. But that's why I was saying, Charles, I should have took more. But when I said I should have took more, Big Chill was like, man, no, you should, no, brother, I should have took more, bro. I should have took
Big
more, but
Chill,
I
like,
know
yeah,
I'll
he
be
was like,
ready
nah,
next time.
that's enough. That's
Grams you
enough.
take.
Just
It
chill
had,
it
I think
out.
he said it was
But
only
it
like
was perfect.
1.8 grams. It's probably like two
It was
grams.
perfect though.
That's it. Just like 2 grams. When I say my mind is open up, bro, when I woke up in the morning, bro, all this was on fire. All this was on fire
Like,
to where
did y'all ever get that from like diving in so much that in the mornings when you wake up, like all this just be like, it be burning, like it have a sort of burning sensation, like, cause I'm telling you now, when I like from diving in, all that I dove in, I cannot sleep without dreaming. I cannot. And when I come out the dream, I mean, the dream be so real. Like yesterday, right? Like I had to be at work at 10:30 yesterday, but when I went, like I woke up. Remember, I did the live real early because I got up at like 5 o'clock. So I said I'm gonna just knock out a live, go see what everybody doing and this and that. Came in here, I did a couple videos, and then I said, okay, bam, went and took a shower, and then I like laid back down because I'm like, okay, I got an hour just to take a quick nap before I go to work because I don't sleep, and then I'm sleep, and then I'm like I'm sleep, but in my dream, like bro, I'm woke. I'm in my room. I'm laying in my bed, and I look at my phone, and I'm going, dang, I gotta go to work in a couple of minutes, and then I hear my grandson run in, and I'm like going, wait, hold on, bro. I'm like, oh golly, I'm like, they didn't left you here just with me, and they know I gotta go in a little bit. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, I didn't even know you was here. So I just start kind of playing with him and stuff, right? And then my alarm went off and I woke up. And I'm like going, wait, what the? I was like tripping, bro, because this shit was so real. And then even the transition of coming back, it was just like blinking your eyes. It was like if you blink your eyes, you in one reality. You blink your eyes, you in another reality. It was just like that. Like I was like, bro, that shit was crazy. But I guess Christos, where you at? You in the Discord or something? You in the Discord? I can pop the Discord open for a little bit. Y'all can go check out this experience and finish it off because it was long. This experience, this video was an hour and 52 minutes, but I opened it up so it's like meeting Quetzalcoatl, magic mushrooms. You feel me? So yeah, y'all go check that out. But I'm about to pop in here and see. I see Era, Sun Tzu, Shiva, and Rance is in Discord right now. So let me see. Cause I don't know. I know you probably had. Oh yeah, that is right. Christos, you was supposed to come in this weekend and tell your what's the name. I almost forgot. Wait a minute. Why did it go? Do it again. Okay, bam. I know Christos, you were supposed to come in. I forgot. I forgot about that. And drop that experience that you was telling us about. One of my favorite videos of yours back in the day when you had a trip when you seen the silhouette in the sky. Oh my god, man, the sky gets so crazy. The sky gets wild, bro. Like even the stars, like when the stars is out and you tripping, bro, it's like the most fascinating thing. It's the most fascinating thing. It don't get more like the stars shooting lines at each other and connecting is crazy because when this one shoot a line to this one, soon as it hit, it starts sparkling in these little sparks, like almost like one of the sparklers on 4th of July. It get the sparkle like that, and like not as much. I'm talking about like like as if it's just starting up, and it's just you see the little sprinkles coming down, like all of them just little sparkles dropping, and then that one to go boop and shoot it to that one and this one and that one, and then once they all connect, it'd be a grid. It'd be a grid in the sky, like a literal grid. Like the first time I tripped out. Look, this is why I was going. I like to go over my videos and look at some things because I remember when I seen the stars. I thought this. I'm thinking this is the first time I looked at the stars off of mushrooms, and I'm looking at the stars, and the stars is changing to symbols in the sky. They changing like to the Ankh symbol. They changing to other different symbols, and they're changing to all these different types of symbols in the sky. And I'm just like, whoa! But every time they change, it's saying something to me, and I'm like kind of getting angry because I'm going like I understand, but I don't get it. Even me hearing what it was saying, I still didn't get it. The only thing that I got was we used to talk to your ancestors. We've been talking to you guys. We've been saying this and doing this. And it was like, I just remember that. But everything else, like, it was like, bro, I don't know. That shit was crazy. And then even my phone one time when I was off the shrooms and my phone was sitting in front of me and I wanted to call somebody or text somebody on my phone. And when I looked at my phone, it was a whole little star system popping out my phone like a hologram. It was like lifted up off my phone, say my phone, this is my phone. It was up this high. And then it was just like turning like this. But it was like the star system, and like each one was like a line connecting, like making a little whatever it was, and that shit was just spinning. I didn't even want to touch my phone. I just laid there just looking at it like, what the hell? Like I'm seeing outside and I'm not even out there. But I'm seeing stars projected through my phone, and I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. I didn't know if it was like the technology or whatever it was, bro. It was trippy. It was trippy. But I'm gonna open up the Discord for a little bit. But I do gotta take off, man.
Things that we would not choose, but we're actually more observant of the things that we would not choose. But they come to us in a way that, oh, I'm just simply not going to choose that because there's more information available about that choice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're saying when you let go, you're able to see everything that is available.
Right. And it's not because just because I go into the dark and I see more dark doesn't make that choice um, a bad choice. I just see it as a choice to be made. When you're available of more light, you're available of more dark. When you're available of more good, you're available of more bad. That doesn't make it um, any less of a choice. It just you see all the ways that, oh, I don't prefer that. No, thank you.
Hello, everybody. We're getting the band back together.
What up?
Yeah.
That
No,
ghetto
yeah,
Einstein.
yeah.
Yeah, you know it.
What, y'all? Let me tell you a journey that I had real quick. Unfortunately, I was not able to make it to the last meetup, but I was able to partake in the fruits of another's labor. That white Dimitri took
Oh
me to a
wow.
place that I have like. Okay, so I, the best way to put it, I'm gonna try to be as linear and unlinear and linear as possible, but everything was happening everywhere at once. It was like I'm literally like I have full autonomy on this trip, this journey, and I was just felt, what I'm saying. I feel like I was kind of overwhelmed with the choice. Like I finally had like it was literally the best break. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago with Charles, post the meetup. But I was like, what the hell? I'm really here.
Huh.
And like previous attempts to break through and forcing and rushing and being short on time, like I completely had the proper pre-trip diet, everything going, what I'm saying, on this. And this was like the second or third go around that day. We did about 2 or 3 journeys, and this was like the full 10 minutes 40 3D waking time here. But in there, man, I feel like it was months, years. Like I had the choice to really just, as far as perception wise, to perceive it as long as I wanted to. But at one point, it was funny because I kind of used Charles as like an anchor. Like the first time I did, and there was like probably like a 5 or 6 minute spread in between. These call outs just to make sure, because I knew that although I kind of had the time in my actual day here to do it, I feel like I would have got so lost in being. I was like kind of torn. Like, do I want to really do this now, or do I just kind of want to just explore, this 10 or 15, expectation sort of time of a good breakthrough and trip. But man, it was good energies, bad energies, malevolent forces, but beneficial things, fantasy. It was like, and it was like, and it's hard to explain, but it's like in every reachable direction. If you're thinking about like a 360 access or whatever, there was like different options, opportunities, choices, and lessons. I mean, but it was, man, it was epic.
Epic.
Epic, like a Greek poem.
Yeah. You dang, man, you you can't go deeper into that?
So like I'm I'm trying to recall. So like when I broke through, so this one, this is where we mixed the white and the gold, because we first did like the gold, and then we did a white, and then we did a blend. And on that blend, that last one, this is the one I'm talking about, because the first two kind of felt more like a roller coaster, like the one prior to one, that was the epic one. It was very fun. It felt like typical DMT trips, things of that nature. Broke through past the waiting room and stuff. It was probably like 7 or 8 minutes total, but it was totally cool. But this epic one, like I felt like a total sense of like time dilation and complete ego death, to where it's like, okay, I felt like I was truly in like, like a God mode, or I was able to, do literally anything, you know what I'm saying? But I was still bound kind of by like my moral, compass and my personal code of ethics, if that makes sense. So I was very careful and deliberate about, what I paid attention to or what I let draw me in. At one point, it almost felt like I was like on this sort of like a chair, almost like a throne, and then like sort of like the one that Thanos had on like the end of the last Avengers when he was out in outer space. and just everything like around me and that mental hyper super conscious space. It was literally like it's hard. It's like sort of like cutouts or like sections, but it's like everything. It's like everything's divided, but at the same time, if you pin like grasp onto something, like that thing expands and it becomes full frontal or like it's in focus. Yeah, I use that word. So like I can focus on whatever, but like if I let something sort of draw me in, or if I deliberately or consciously focus in on that, it becomes the highlight of that part of the journey. But I
Oh
wasn't even
wow.
like considering the passing of time. So it's like I felt like I was in a complete out of body experience, and uh, being overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying, after that first 5 minute calling out, I was like, Charles, Charles. And then I was like trying to pull myself out because I just knew like it was going to be on some like something that I had always wanted to feel like I want to go on that trip or something where it feels like years and lifetimes and all that, like I
Yeah.
previously said before, but I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready to do that work.
Exile just was talking about letting go.
Yeah, that's it.
Let the experience happen. You won't even know you having it. You'll be the experience almost.
Hmm.
But that's still dope. Like how you just dove in one time that day, or more than
It
once?
was three, and that was the third one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Golly.
each one, was a little bit of Wim Hofing to build up and clear up the lungs, and then from there, just and see the thing about the white DMT with the like the gold and the more yellow traditional ones that I've gotten, like you can kind of tell more like the different stages. The white one is more of a creeper. So like when I say that, it was like okay, I know that it's a psychedelic type of trip or high because I'm getting the visuals, but it'll just like it'll be like a flip of a switch once you get there. Like you're either
Yeah.
not breaking through or you do, and then when you do, it's like you're all the way there. There's no waiting room, and different levels of your consciousness sort of pulling you out of this main reality. It was like, oh no, I'm here
I'm
for sure,
I'm here.
without a doubt.
And you said you seen a couple of entities. Was you getting any thoughts from it?
um I the biggest thought and takeaway I remember from the conversation I had post trip was that um I'm here to love. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like as much as I like going in and journeying and getting away. My time and this vessel is used to express, experience, and what I'm saying, understand love. You know what I'm saying? Because I can think
Yeah.
of a reason why else I would want to uh, not be there. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to being here. But what I took back from there was that okay, although this stuff is here and it needs to be accessible through this means, or once this body transitions, what I'm saying, to a permanent sleep, um, you're still on Earth for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest takeaway was that uh,
Love.
although there's a lot of love you have for yourself, you haven't experienced all that love can offer you, in human form.
Yeah. It's like you here to spread the love, to share the love.
Hmm.
Every aspect of love, the feeling of love, the verbal aspect of love. That's dope.
Yeah, that was probably my most memorable and most resonating journey so far. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking for that white girl now.
Oh, did you have any? Because people always talk about the intensity of DMT and having a little fear before going in. Did you have any of that?
No, because I've done plenty and I've wasted plenty more. But the fear wasn't there. I would say it was more so um, just not knowing what this what the white variant would be like opposed to the traditional gold and yellow ones I've had. But
Yeah,
I think after the first two trips that day, I was like, okay, 'cause each one got progressively better. One felt more like kind of more cartoon visually. Another one
want
was
some
like
of
this
that
crazy, like a like this all-encompassing
white crow.
awakening thing. Like people are seeing what seemed to be entities taking on avatars of people I know in real life, and them, giving me specific, downloads and understanding and clarity, and helping me, move past certain situations. And then the third one, it was just like, no, you are, what I'm saying, the gods now. How
Whoa.
long you want to do this is up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah. You are the gods now. How long do you want to do this? She was like, I quit.
Yeah, because being a god, it's an option. It's not an obligation. That's what I take from it. That's why you have your vessel. It's not an obligation.
Yeah. It's understandable. That was a good one. A good three. I'm talking about a good one. That was a good three.
Yeah, we had a triple header. Had a couple opening acts, but the main headliner, yeah, stole the show.
And what you didn't you say something? You seen some entities?
Well, I mean, see, I didn't see any traditional, like a lot of the ones you see, like the psychedelic art and stuff. I still never really have seen too much of those. On some DMT trips, I have. Like one time I was at my house, and like the walls, I could see like what would typically be like, mushroom type of visuals, or whatever. There were like these probably like 6 feet footish, feminine and masculine uh, sort of translucent, neonish, bluish, greenish sort of entities. Because I have like white walls all over my house. They're all like white and off white, and they would just be moving through the walls. I look at a turn, and they're walking in the direction. And it was like a trip where I was like kind of not paranoid, but just kind of anxious and moving around. I was, oh, shit, this is crazy. So I ran in the house because
Uh-huh.
I've done more open eye visual trips lately with DMT, like when I'm by myself, because I like, seeing just nature, expanded and, all of the visual acuity and stuff. But that particular trip, I was seeing, some entities, but the day that I'm talking about right now, not really. It was really just humanoids or, familiar people or what appeared to be humans, of different, creeds and all that, on those trips. Now, one time, I did come in the house here, and like I came in the hallway, and like my closet was completely different. Like all like I, because I use that closet exclusively for like shoes and clothes in the hallway. Everything was completely changed. Now that wasn't a bad trip, but like I was battling some, like some personal issues and some, some drama I have with some people, and I feel like it was almost like being taunted, and people that were part of that situation, they kind of was like, yeah, this is our house now. Go look in
Huh.
that closet. I wouldn't have every literal shelf. The shelves were in place. You know what I'm saying? Physically, but what I'm saying, the clothes and the makeup of everything in the closet and the items was completely different. I was like, what the fuck? I'd never seen no shit like that before in my life on any
Dang.
trip.
Yeah,
A
that's
complete
wild.
say, transfiguration of that, and then once everything subsided and the tolerance kicked in, it goes back to normal. I was like, there's no way this is happening. This
Yeah.
is some magic.
Yeah. Hey, Exile. Did you hear Exile? Is Exile here?
Yeah,
Hey, how long you about to be on Discord?
I've got no time limit.
Oh, because I didn't know if everybody was gonna be talking or not. Because I gotta go work on my car. I was gonna kind of let the live run and just be in on the YouTube. But if y'all not gonna be chilling and talking, I can just come back later. 'Cause I gotta go do this because it's starting to get hot. I'm sweating in here, so I know I'm about to be burning up. No, I'll
Yeah,
just
that's up to you. I'm watching a movie right now, but I can talk and answer any questions, or I don't
no,
really
don't
have anything to share.
no, don't worry about it. I'll come back later. I'll come back
Okay.
later because Kristen quiet. I know Ghetto Einstein be in and out, but dang, he has some. His man be having some dope experiences, man. Well, everybody do, but all right, Discord. I'm gonna chime in later though. Good looking out, Ghetto Einstein. All right, Exile. Wow, man.
Uh,
Kristen. Peace out. And all right, everybody on the YouTube and on Instagram. I'll holla at a later time, later today sometime. And yeah.